Today's video is a tutorial on packet tracer basics. You'll see that I'll do a lot of Notepad. So what we want to do is we're going to build this topology. Topology is a map of the network. So that's what we're looking at. So logical versus the physical up here. Let's start off with the menus of file, edit, options, preferences you'll need to go into to do some things. There's a show hide tab. So sometimes that hides things. We got to go in there. Review, tools, extensions, window, help. And then your quick icon access, which is here. You'll use your zoom in. There's where I put my notes. So when I want to do notes, I can click this. I'm sorry, down here under this quick icon access, there's select, inspect. So if I want to delete something, I can get the X and I can delete the wire, delete the PC, and then cancel. Here's notes, so you can type your notes. I like to add notes to things. This makes it a little bit easier. And I'm hit the delete key. So I highlighted it, hit my delete key, and it goes away. All right. So we went through menu, quick icon, title bars. So your slide bars are here. So pay attention to those because you could go way down at the bottom and not get your way back. So kind of know where your horizontal and vertical slide bars are. Time. So down here, you can do a reset power cycle, and this is a fast forward time. And we'll use those once in a while. So then we have our top row here. So if you click on network devices, you see you have a second row. So these are all routers. Then if I hold my mouse over, it says switches. There's my switches, hubs, and then your Wi-Fi. So we'll need that. Here's these are VPN firewall, VPN servers. And then here's your multi-cloud or DSL modem and cable. So we won't use those this semester, maybe the PT cloud. So if I click on end devices, once again, we have two rows. You can see all the end devices here. Click on the second icon, home, and you can see all these. So we'll need to get there for the coffee pot and the garage door. And the third one is a smart city, so we could use things out of here. Industrial will be things more for the industrial. And then power grid. So you got some things in there, batteries and fans. So what we need to do now is drag out all these devices, and we're going to use a straight through cable. So the third icon is these boards, and then here's some LEDs, fire extinguishers, things like that, motor. More icons you can look at, humidity sensors. This is all your cables, your automatic. This is your console. We won't use that probably. You will use straight through a lot. You have a crossover. You probably won't use that. And a fiber, which you will use. Yeah, we'll use crossover too. We'll talk about those. All right, so we're going to use straight through. So let's find our first device. So if we go to, I think, network devices, second row down, over top of the fourth icon is wireless. And then I'm looking for WRT300. So I can drag that out there. All right, now we got to find an empty switch. So that would be network devices, second row, second icon to the right, and PT empty. Now we're going to stop right here. We have to do something. So if you hold your mouse over top of the device, it tells you what's in there, and this has nothing. So if I click on it, you can see that these are all empty. Take your power button, turn it off, and then we're going to learn about these, but if you click on the first one, you can read what it is down here. So this is a fast Ethernet. The third one is gigabit. That's what we want. And then we have a fiber, and you can see the picture of what the connector looks like. And then there's another gigabit fiber, and then you can put a cover over it. So let's go down to 1, 2, 3 from the top, your Cisco gigabit. And we're just going to drag that in. How many do we need? 4. So we'll take 4. I'm going to put 1 extra just in case I throw something in there. Now, don't forget to turn the power on. And then you'll notice up here, there's some tabs. So I'm trying to do something, and it says, no, you can't get to the GUI because it's still booting. But if you wait a few seconds, you can click on it. There's your CLI and then attributes. Okay, so we're done with that. Now get a PC 0. So go top row, end devices, PC. Drag that out. Laptop. So right next to the PC. Put that right there. In a server 0. Bring that out there. And now, if I'm not mistaken, we need to go to end devices and home. So we need a garage door and a coffee pot. Okay. Let's do the first thing, connect these with straight through cables. So we'll do Wi-Fi second, and I'll add Wi-Fi notes here. So let's go back to the top row to the 4th icon, go to your Ethernet cable, your copper straight through. If you click on it, okay, you can connect the router. We want to do Ethernet 1. It doesn't matter, you go to Ethernet 1 through 4, but don't do internet. And then it doesn't matter which one we click on, I'm just going to click on the first one. Amber lights means something's going on. It means that this device is talking to this device. And if I fast forward time down here, it speeds up that little conversation. So what I'm going to do now is hold the control key down and click on straight through. Then click on the PC, fast Ethernet, and gigabit. Notice I still have my select on. See how it's still active? So now I can go, so that was holding the control key and clicking on the icon for copper straight through. So we go fast Ethernet. And once again, these are amber. It'll take 50 seconds. We don't need to know that now, but I'll just fast forward time so they're green. So now, to get rid of this, get rid of what mode you're in, if I hit escape or select something else, it'll change. But what I'm going to do now is go into the router and set up the Wi-Fi so these devices connect. So there's 4 tabs, the GUI, the config tab, and has LAN, internet, and wireless settings. And then your GUI, which is a graphical user interface. Your config is it's less graphical, less icons. See all these tabs up here, all these drop down boxes. So this is more graphical than config, where it's just pretty much a couple of boxes. So if we go to wireless up here, and we're on basic because it's selected white. If we go to wireless security, it's disabled. So go back to, so look at the default SSID. So when you talk about the network name, we want to use the term SSID, and we'll learn that later. So what I got to do now is go to each one of these, this device here, go to the config tab, which is 3rd over, click on the wireless tab. Now it's looking for an SSID of home gateway, so change it to default. I'm going to copy that so I don't have to type it again. And watch when I click off of it. It only took a few seconds for that device to connect to the wireless. Remember, the security was off. So once again, we got to configure this. There's your wireless. So if you click in here, there may be more interfaces, but we'll deal with that later. Once again, change this to gateway. I'm sorry, default. Click off of it. And then it should connect. Now, if it doesn't connect, check your spelling. Make sure you don't have a space after the SSID. Now, for the laptop here, we notice that it's got an Ethernet card. So I'm going to show you this. If I drag out a laptop, it normally has Wi-Fi in it. No, it doesn't. It defaults to cable. All right, so we're going to connect one of these with a straight through cable. So this one goes straight through. And I'm running out of ports here. Remember, I can hit the fast forward time. So this laptop, let's take out the NIC card. This would be like disassembling a computer. So turn the power off. Grab this Ethernet card, drag it anywhere over here, and it goes away. Now grab, if you don't know, this is the wireless, and it tells you down here, the description. 1CE is used for primary lines for a backbone, which is really old technology. We want gigabits. There's your fiber, there's your connector. We are looking for wireless. There's another fiber connector. There's a wireless, but it's only 2.4. And that's a little bit old. We want to get the new one. So the 1WA gives us 5 gigahertz. And then the 1AC gives us 2.4 BG and 5. So we'll have to know these at some point. 2.4, 2.5, and these 211 AC, BG, and N. So now that's the one we want because it's a wireless card. So I grab it, I drag it in, turn the power on, and it should connect. Should connect. Why is it not connecting? What's this one? I'm a little troubleshooting with you. Default. Well, I don't know what's going on here. Let's go to wireless. I'm going to copy it just to double check. Oh, look at this. Look at the bandwidth 11. I know what's wrong. We put the wrong card in. So go back to the up here. Remember, you got 4 tabs. Here's your physical. Click on the power button. It's hard to see, but it goes off. Drag that out. 1 AC. There we go. I must have grabbed the wrong card. Okay. So I made a mistake by grabbing the wrong interface card, which I believe I grabbed the W. Yep, because it's only 2.4. So that's old and it wouldn't connect. So even when you make mistakes, it's to have an opportunity to learn from it, and nothing really was damaged by this. So this is a lab we'll do together. So hopefully this video will help people that have not experienced it. Make sure I do a save. I will see everyone in class.